A very warm welcome to all my listeners, and this is your host Sharmishta back with episode number 10 of the Kiriti Rai detective adventure, The Throne of 32. Kiriti gave a slow smile at the Queen's question about what else he knew. How much do I know, Rani Sahiba? A lot, actually. Your sudden trip to Kolkata made me analyze the case from different angles. If you did steal the throne, then why? Why would you steal the throne? You had everything: fame, glory, money. Then why would you steal your family heirloom? And if you had committed the crime, where did you hide it? There was a huge risk of getting caught. Yet I found your husband's mizrab inside the container. I realized there was a huge conspiracy somewhere. And knowingly or otherwise, you were in the middle of it. I had questioned you in front of your husband purposely because I wanted to see your reaction. And I was not wrong. Your body language gave you away. Later you told me about your brother, and it wasn't long before I realized that he was using you as a tool for his nefarious activities. There is something else you don't know about your brother yet, Rani Sahiba. What's that, Kiriti Babu? Since the last 5 years, your brother has been neck deep in debts. He owes money to a lot of people, and obviously they want their dues back. I found out all this in my trip to Kolkata. My brother? I can't believe this, Kiriti Babu. Yes, Rani Sahiba. He hypnotized your husband and stole the throne. In fact, got Raja Bahadur to steal it. What a shrewd fellow. He hatched a perfect plan. Nobody would suspect him. Brilliant. He was also my co-passenger the night I travelled to Srinagar by train. And the way he narrated the detailed history of Srinagar, complete with details about the palace, I suspected he was not an ordinary tourist, which he said he was. Also, that night he was disguised and using a false name. Barrister Binayak Shannal. He knew I was here, but he was sure I'd never be able to recognize him. But what he didn't know was that Kiriti Rai never forgets voices. Your brother disguised himself but forgot to disguise his voice. Mr. Rai, I had suspected my brother, but that is why you rushed off with him to Kolkata, isn't it so? Yes, Kiriti Babu, but believe me, I searched for the throne there. I even kept my eye on him, but I couldn't find it. My brother cannot be the thief, Mr. Rai, no. Ah, but your brother is not a thief. He is a master thief. You forgot you were dealing with a man as cunning as a fox, Rani Sahiba. Anyway, where is he tonight? He is sleeping in the room next to ours, Kiriti Babu. Good. Can you bring me his veena? But why do you want his veena, Mr. Rai? Any musician who really loves his instruments will never keep a broken instrument with him and carry it around like he is doing. Another thing, did you ever mention about the throne to your brother Rani Sahiba? Yes, I did, but believe me, it was only with the idea of telling him about the history of the palace, which is so fascinating. Your brother obviously did not share the same sentiments, Rani Sahiba. The Queen left the room and Kiriti busied himself with packing his suitcase. By the time she returned, Kiriti was all set to leave. Are you leaving, Kiriti Babu? Yes, Rani Sahiba. My work here is over. It is your family and the onus is on you now. How you will handle it will be your decision. In fact, had you not come to meet me tonight, I had thought of writing down everything in a letter for you and leaving by the morning train. But the station is very far from here and it is still night, Kiriti Babu. How will you? The moon is quite bright outside now. I am sure I shall be able to find my way to the railway station. I have already requested Ganadhar Shankar Babu to keep the gates unlocked. And yes, the golden throne is inside the cavity of the Veena's resonator. Taken aback, the Queen gasped, and somehow the Veena slipped out of her hands and crashed to the floor, its resonator breaking into two halves. And, nestled in the cavity of the resonator, twinkling brightly in the candlelight of the room, lay the throne of 32. Kiriti smiled. He looked at his watch and turned to address the Queen. I shall take my leave, Rani Sahiba. Please convey my regards to Raja Bahadur. I have succeeded in returning a family heirloom back to where it belongs. Goodbye, Rani Sahiba. The Queen nodded silently as Kiriti picked up his suitcase and walked out of the room. This brings us to the end of The Throne of 32. But I shall be back on Tuesday, the 1st of December, with another adventure. And this time, 2 boy detectives in search of treasure. No ordinary treasure this. It's guarded by a ghost. Join me once again on the 1st of December for a new story. Till then,